Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Empowered Women in Business International Radio. I'm your host, none other than Nicole Mosby Taylor, also known as Taylor K on the mic. And welcome. We have a special, two special guests, possibly three, in our studio, virtual studio today, with some great information for you guys. So make sure that you keep it locked right here to hear everything that they have to tell you. But first, I know some of you are like, what is EWBI? So EWBI, Empowered Women in Business International, we serve a sisterhood of women entrepreneurs and professionals who understand that individually we can do great things, but collectively we can forever change the world. Members of our movement experience a support system that allows them to celebrate their wins and share their struggles in a series of opportunities that enhance them personally and professionally. If that sounds like an organization that you would like to be a part of, visit our website at www.ewbiradio.org. Again, that's www.ewbiradio.org, and it is scrolling across the bottom of our news feed. So, our quote of the day: we rise by lifting others. We rise by lifting others. Unknown author. So, once you meet our guests for this evening, you'll understand why I selected that quote. They have a way of reaching out to our youth like no other. And without further ado, we're going to bring Joy Ford and Mark Rose. Welcome.
Hey,
Welcome. What do you guys think about our quote, we rise by lifting others?
Yes, we do. That's what we have to do. By lifting others, we rise. Yes.
Awesome. So, Joy, we'll start with you. You want to just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Joy Ford, and I'm originally from upstate New York. And I've been living here in Baltimore since 1996. I came here by way of being a teacher. So I've been in the Baltimore City public school system for a number of years, a little over 17 years. And I enjoy singing with the children. So after a while, I decided to start a group. And so we started the Joyrific Band. I am also a mother of 5 children, and I live in Owings Mills, Maryland, and I enjoy being here in Baltimore and
Now you're
enjoying.
saying all of this great information, but you're forgetting a huge piece of who you are. Are you an author?
Yes, I'm also an author of 5 children books that, yes, are out at the moment. Yes, 5 children books with 3 in the making right now. Very important books on the horizon. So I look forward to sharing more stories with everyone. And yes, I am an author as well. And I do a number of things. I'm an entrepreneur. So I also work with a company that helps with health and wellness products. So I'm busy most of the time doing things that enhance people's lives. And I
Well,
enjoy.
listen, this is your time to share with the audience what you do. So don't feel like you gotta cut it short for us. So if you want to tell us about your products, tell us a little bit about your books. This is going to be your time, and then we're going to go to Mark and hear about Mark.
All right. Well, my books, I have 5 books out right now. One of my books is called The Story My Granddaddy Told Me. And that's an awesome story about how we can validate someone. And it goes through the days of the week and just shows children how there are things that we are supposed to do, just like the weather has things that it's supposed to do, the sun and the moon. And it's just an awesome story, illustrated by a gentleman who's a veteran, happens to be a neighbor of mine by the name of Dale Eck. Wonderful illustrator, and appreciate him so much for what he's done with that book for me. And then I have another story called Mama Can I Hold a Cloud? And then there's another story called Look Out Pigeons in the Park. Both of those stories were illustrated by a gentleman by the name of Francis Adams. Awesome, awesome illustrator. When it comes to
So
cartoons and graphics and that such, he is amazing. So
awesome.
two of those books. And then I have another story called let's see, I got so many. One of my stories is okay, I said
Well,
those.
before you go to that story, how about you tell us about Mama? Am I holding the cloud? Did I say
Yes,
it
Mama Can
right?
Hold the Cloud. Yes,
Mama, can I hold the cloud?
yeah. That's a favorite of many children because they love to look at the clouds. And so that story is about a girl and all the creativity that she can muster up in her mind to see the different things in the clouds. And she's telling everyone what she sees and how it looks and how it might taste to her if she could hold a cloud. So that's a wonderful story. And I like that because in the back of the book, there's a place for children to write what they think and know about clouds. I'm a pre-K teacher right now, so I just finished teaching my children about the different types of clouds, cumulus, cirrus, and stratus, and how they got their names. So that book is a great introduction to children to start learning about clouds.
Mm.
And I hold a cloud. And then I have See Me Beautiful, which is my newest book, which is about young girls and how they can find inner beauty in themselves through nature and how nature sees them. Because often we find that some of our girls aren't told that they're beautiful enough. And so I encourage them not to wait for people to notice their beauty, but to understand that not only do people see your beauty, but nature, the sun, the stars, the moon, they see you beautiful too.
Awesome. Awesome. And then, so you have a couple other books coming out too?
Yes, I do. I have a new book coming out about Bonnie D. Logan, famous tennis player back in the 60s. And she helped to pave the way. She came right after Althea Gibson. So I have a story about her life story coming out for children, ages probably 8 through 15. A story about how she became this famous tennis player. So I'm looking forward to giving her all the accolades that I can through that book.
How did you select which character, which famous historians you wanted to write about?
Well, actually, she's a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. And after meeting her through a woman's group, I asked her if she would allow me to write her story. And so she graciously said, I'm really excited about sharing her story with everyone. She is a awesome and beautiful lady. And I know history has inducted her into quite a few Hall of Fames, but I know that many more people do not know who Bonnie D. Logan is. And I really wanted to shine a light on her through this story. So I'm looking forward to in 2021 sharing her life story. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. So you know Althea Gibbs as well?
Say that again.
You knew Althea Gibbs?
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
No, Bonnie, she came into the tennis field after Althea Gibson, and that's who inspired her to become a tennis player. But she actually was coached by the same person as Althea Gibson. So,
Awesome.
and
Okay.
one more story I didn't mention.
Okay.
My friend Dean is a chef.
You.
And so that's titled after a gentleman I know by the name of Dean Scott. And Dean Scott is a former teacher in Baltimore City public and county schools. And he inspired me to write that book because he always cooks when people come to his house. And so I decided that I would sit there while he made a cake and write a story. So while he was making the cake, I was writing the story. And then I got it illustrated by Francis Adams. He illustrated the story. And so I really do like to cook as well. I like baking more though. So people can catch me on my Instagram I am always on there sharing some meals by myself or either my daughter, Chef Ray, or my sister, we call D Nice. So I love cooking. So we're going to do some more cooking stories, some more chef stories to share with people.
Awesome. Awesome. So I guess you guys can tell why Joy is so phenomenal. She has so many positive things going on. And next up, we have Mr. Mark Rose. So welcome, Mark. I know this is your first time on Empowered Women in Business International Radio. It's such a pleasure to have you this evening. Would you like to share some information with us about yourself?
Certainly. First of all, thank you for having me. I like your platform. And yeah, my name is Mark Rose. I am an IT person for Baltimore City Schools. Uh, I've been a lot of different things. I'm a piano technician, a musician. I was a former music teacher. I was a technology teacher. During my technology phase is where I met Joy Ford. She had a song. We had a talent show at the school where the teachers performed. And once I performed, Joy came to me and said, I got a song. And I was telling the Joy, I don't know what I can, I didn't say I wasn't confident. I just hadn't done it before. Long story short, the song was great. We did a couple more and then we decided to form a team and go for it. As you can see, Joy has a lot of energy that attracted me to her. She doesn't know it, but she's going to be the Tyler Perry of children's media.
You
So
better speak that
I'm
into
speaking it. I'm
existence.
speaking it.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
told her, we have big plans. I know you have to eat this elephant one bite at a time, but I see plays, shows, merchandise. I'm trying to put music to some of her books. We're trying to just do different things, and it's just unlimited. I think of what we can do. It's just a matter of doing it, which I love doing.
Awesome. That's amazing. So the only thing I would say is you said we're trying. I would take that word trying out and
Mhm.
say that we are
We're
adding
doing.
music to her books. Yes.
Yes. Yes, I like that.
It's so important because the words that we speak have life. So we have to make sure that we're speaking the right words, that we want to happen.
All right.
So I see that we have Janine Faulkner tuned in this evening. Hi, Janine. She says, good evening, everyone. She said, joy books and music are amazing. And yes, they are. It is amazing. Um, and we're going to get into the music shortly. Make sure that if you are tuned in right now, that you are sharing this broadcast because we want everyone who has small children, children from pre-K through 8th grade, to tune in so that they can get some good music for their youth. They need to find out all about the Joyrific Band because they are amazing. And as you can see, both of them have come from Baltimore City schools, or Baltimore County schools. So it's a lot of positivity being poured in to our youth, and that is amazing, just amazing. So don't forget to hit that like and share button. Hit that like and share button. If you are a first time viewer, if you want to drop the number 1 in the box so that we can welcome you. If you are a first time viewer, just drop that number 1, and everybody else just share and like. All right. So thank you guys for bearing with me. So so you met through this talent show at the school, which is amazing because it sounds like it was kind of like a fluke accident. Like you just heard, him do his thing, and then you were like, oh, he has to be a part of my band.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. I said, well, he actually plays two instruments. Mark didn't tell you everything he does. He also plays the saxophone. So at
Wow.
the show, he played the saxophone and he was on the keyboard. And so I got to see a lot of what he gets to do musically, but he's also a piano tuner. Mark, you didn't talk about that. And how many, and some of the famous people he has also tuned the piano for. He should talk about that too, Mark.
Well, it sounds like we need to go back to Mark because he's been a little humble about himself. So let's hear a little bit more about Mark.
Well, since Joy to put me on the spot, yeah, I am a piano technician. I've tuned for a lot of famous people, Stevie Wonder, a lot of groups out of Philadelphia. I just tuned for Left Bank Jazz. So any jazz group that came through Left Bank, I tuned for them. And
Wow.
one thing I would like to go back and add, because I heard you say something, Miss Taylor, that I learned the two pianos at 16 years old at Douglas High School, the little high school in Gwen Oak.
Yes.
Okay. And the young man pulled me over and said, "Young man, do you want to learn how to tune pianos?" I said, "Sure." The next thing I knew, the next week, I was out apprenticing. I left school at 12 o'clock and was
Wow.
all over the city. So when it came time for me to graduate, I was going to get a degree in music anyway. I went to Shenandoah Conservatory of Music. While I was there, I picked up 2 degrees, one for piano technology and one for teaching. And
Mm.
um, so I've tuned for Aretha Franklin. It's so many people, and I've realized when you're dealing with people who do what they do, it's a profession. So a lot of times, the people I did meet, I really met by accident because I wouldn't hang around to get an autograph because it's not even about that. And we're all professionals, and most of the people I've met have been very nice, and I meet a lot of people like Joy. So I believe in vibrations and positive vibrations, and I felt that Joy and I was vibrating at the same level, and I
Mm.
that we could really do a lot, and so far we have, and we're going to do more.
Yes.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. So, Mark, are you thinking about starting something where you pass that trade on to other youth in Baltimore since, since it's not a popular a popular thing for people to learn, but that would be an amazing experience for them to be able to get that experience like you had.
Yes, I did. I had taught a couple young people how to do it. Um, However, to be honest, it's great for me, but this is the age of electronics. So people like myself, I have an electronic keyboard. They don't need to be tuned, but
Oh,
my churches and things to do. So um, there's enough for me to eat, quote. But I think if some other people, more competition would be out there. If your name is not out there already, I think it would be kind of hard to do right now. So
oh,
my name's been out for 16, oh my God, for 30 years. So it becomes quite easy for me.
right, right. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That I just love to hear that, we can be products of Baltimore City. We don't hear that enough in the news media. So here you are, a product of Baltimore City, and you were able to take that experience and turn it into a career. So that's amazing. So my hat off to you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So now we know a little bit about Mark and Joy. Do you want to share a little bit about Judy since she wasn't able to be here?
Yes. Judy is another member of the Joyrific band, and she sings with the group. And she and I met at SUNY New Paltz College. And we both sang in the Voices of Unity gospel choir that was started there by Daryl Ware. And we became really good friends. And over the years, we kept in touch, and we had a group while we were on the campus. And so we were already singing and performing at different places. And we had no idea that we would one day sing songs for children, because we were writing songs that we wanted to be on the contemporary list, and we wanted to, just be the next R&B group. So we sang as much as we could. And then, of course, we graduated and we hadn't seen each other for many years. But thanks to Facebook, I have reunited with many of my friends from college, from high school, even elementary school. So Judy saw me on Facebook, and I was talking about a song that I want to do about being a princess, because my granddaughter always wants to be a princess. And Judy said that she would love to work on the song with me. So we got together, and then she came down to Baltimore. Oh, this had to be in 2013, 14. Judy came down, and we started working with the group with Mark. And after a while, we just gelled so well. And Judy is very talented. She's directed plays. She sings. She acts.
I think that she is about to join us.
She's absolutely amazing. And she puts what we call the stink on the music when we hey there, Judy. I was just talking a little bit about you, but I'm glad to see you here. So Judy can tell us herself now. Go ahead, Judy.
Hi, Joy. Thank you so much for that introduction.
Yes.
As Joy was saying, we've known each other for a while, and she was telling me about this, the group that she had, and if I could help her out, and I was like, yeah, it was very interesting to me. I do write, I sing. If there's anything that I can do to kind of enhance or help what she and Mark are doing, I'm game. I'll do it.
Awesome. So you want to tell us a little bit about yourself outside of the band?
I work as a case manager. I work with at-risk teens and families, something that I have a passion for. I'm a crafter. I make cloth dolls of color.
And I believe you perform in various venues.
Yes. While living in New York, I've performed at the Sugar Bar, Valerie and Valence Nick's restaurant. I've done some stuff at the Apollo. I've done a lot of open mic around the New York area at the Groove, the Village Underground. Very active, was because of the COVID now, with my church choir. That's pretty much it. I just, wherever I can help out is what I do.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. So we got to hear a little bit about Judy, Joy, and Mark. Make sure that you guys keep it locked right here at before we go to break, I just want to say again to remind people, if you have any questions for Judy, Joy, or Mark, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I do see that Daryl Wharton, she says, one of our EWBI sisters, she says, love it. So she loves what you guys are doing. That's amazing. And if anybody else wants to leave a remark, they can do so right in the comment section. They also just like and share this broadcast so other people can hear, because you guys are going to get a chance to hear a little bit more about our this Joyrific band and how amazing they are, and some of the lyrics that they have that they offer for our youth. So make sure that you keep it locked right here at Empowered Women in Business International Radio. We're going to take a brief break and be right back. Thank you for holding tight during our brief break. We're just going to show one of our advertisements, and then we'll get on with our show. Okay, so I'm going to read you the information, um, and just bear with me for a second. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day today. I had a great day. It was such a beautiful day because recently the weather has been a little all over the place. Would you guys agree? And today it was a very nice day. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Just right. All right. Let's see. All right, if I can't bring it up now, what I'll do is we will let's see, one more thing. Let me try one other way to bring this flyer up. Okay, here we go. All right, and this flyer is so important because many women are unable to work or go to school because they can't afford to purchase their hygiene products. So one of our EWBI members, Nicole Bennett Jones, she is on a crusade to collect money so that she can purchase chemical-free sanitary napkins to send over to these women. So it says, be a part of the change and help women overseas improve their quality of life. Our very own Sister Jones and Missionary Jackson have teamed up to provide women with hygiene products. Please visit the website for more details. And the website is www.jonesvariety.com/charity drive. So that's www.jonesvariety.com/charity-drive. And the name of the drive is Lamb Legacy Charity Drive. And this is such a positive thing because we want to make sure that we are helping people all over the world. And could you imagine not being able to go to school or work because you don't have the correct hygiene products? So this is awesome and amazing. You can make donations on that website as well. And I'm sure Nicole will check the comments. So if you have any questions about the product, don't hesitate to reach out to Nicole Jones, and she will be able to answer any questions that you have about it. But women support women. And guess what, men? We're not going to leave you out. You can help support these women as well. So, there's the flyer. You can help support these women as well by going to that link I gave you and making a donation. It makes you feel so good. You know, I always say it's a blessing to be a blessing. So if you're able to help bless these women, please do so. Thank you so much, Crystal, for sharing that flyer. So next up we have we're going to have our Joyrific band come on, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the band. So welcome back, Joyrific band.
Hey.
It's so good to have you guys on the show. Now tell us, so you kind of each talked individually, but now let's talk collectively about this amazing band. Um, you know, what made you even put this band together, Joy?
Well, I was teaching pre-K. I think that started in 2009. And I saw that the children really loved dancing and singing the songs that I was writing. And so I decided that I would actually take these songs and, try to make them possible to take to a studio and record. So after I met Mark, and Mark decided to be the keyboardist, I said, well, it is possible if you want to do something with the music, because I have someone who is willing to be, there with me to create the music, because I usually write the melody and the lyrics, but Mark is the glue that I needed to get the music back, to all the songs that we write. So with Mark and Judy, who their ears are so dynamic, they just pull out everything they can to make the songs what they are. And the children, they really, I mean, when they hear a song that we've written, they just jump up, start dancing, and they really enjoy the music that we create. So
Awesome. So I know that we weren't able to get a clip right now, but are you guys able to do a little acapella?
well, we do a song called "Give Me One Apple," and
Mm-hmm.
in fact, we just had that animated by a woman by the name of Ebony Moore, who she also is a illustrator and a children author. So we do a song called "Give Me One Apple, 2 bananas, 3 carrots, 4 dates." So that's one of our main songs that we like to do. And Judy is so harmonically gifted. She just jumps in there and she does amazing things with her voice. And we have some new songs coming out. You're going to really hear Judy on those, especially. We each decided to go do solo parts on the upcoming songs, because it's not just us. We sing with a group of children, my grandchildren, Jeremiah harps and Nivea harps, and Zoe Iliong, and Rena Amanfo, and some other children also sing with this group. So,
Oh man, awesome. We're gonna have the children come back
oh yes,
for
yes.
Children's Month maybe, and share a little bit of their talent. That's amazing.
And they have really stepped up. They are now the editors and the producers for the Joyrific videos. We have a video coming up that was done by Nivea and Jeremiah. My favorite crocodile. It is now going on to the professional level of putting the video together, but they shot the whole filming of it, and it's amazing. So I look forward to sharing that with you in the upcoming weeks. And
Awesome.
yes.
So how do you guys come up with the ideas of what to write about?
Well, actually, it's Joy. Joy, it's like she gets these ideas, and she'll do a reference of what the song is about. I mean, I've seen her think of something, and within 5-10 minutes, there's the song. So Mark and I, Mark, listens to what she has. He puts the music together. Then she and I will sit and we'll come up with background harmonies. But Joy is the backbone. She comes up with these melodies and with the words, and it's like, wow, it's like if she gets this thought and it's like, oh wait, I got this, and she writes it out, and you're like, whoa, But it's amazing just to see her work.
But Judy is really like, she's everything when it comes to the music, because Judy doesn't mind if I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and call her phone and leave my tune on it, and then she'll tell me whether she likes it or not. I did that with one song that's called, the song that we wrote about. I got a kiss from my mom, a hug from my dad.
Oh, I love my music teacher.
I love my music teacher. So Judy said, you know what? I think it's a good song. So we went with that after I left it on her phone. And Judy doesn't mind if I do quirky things like that, and that's what makes it happen. And Mark doesn't mind either if I leave it on his phone, and then we just get together in Mark's studio and we work on the songs. And Judy is a great lyricist. Don't I got to give it to her. She will take a song I've started and she will finish the lyrics or change the lyrics, and Mark and I just say, hey, you know what, that was a good change. So we work well together.
Yeah, that's why it kind of comes together, because we feed off of each other. You know, Joy may plant the seed, but Mark and I will come behind her. We'll prune, we'll water. You know, we'll do what we have to do to get it to grow, and the end result is usually something really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, the amazing thing that I've seen so far is that I love the fact that you guys allow everybody to shine. It's not about one of you. You all are, giving everybody their flowers while they're here. You're not waiting until, something happens and then talk about them, but you're actually sharing while they can hear. And that's so amazing. And so many, people need to see those types of actions being done, because so many people want to be the head and not just be a part, or they want to, take all of the credit, but you guys are allowing each one of you all to shine. And I'm sure that that's shining through the music that you're doing. So that's so amazing. So amazing.
Yeah.
So Mark, you have a studio. You didn't tell us about your studio.
Yeah, it gets the job done, and that came about out of necessity. As you learn this business and you start watching other people do it, at least I'm a tech person, and I'm thinking I can do that for a lot cheaper. So, but listen, I want to back up to what Judy and Joy was saying. We have a process, and I think we were so successful because we respect the process. And to give you an idea, I listen to a lot of music. So I see music bleeding over into a lot of genres. So a lot of times I'll write something and I'll get too far out, and Joy will be like, bring it back. It's for kids. Because our goal, and for lack of a better word, our mission statement was to write music that was educationally viable for children, but also that parents could listen to and groove with it. So we approach it on 3 levels of the likability, the efficacy of the song, and just how the song flows. Because if you've taken a long trip, we would think that you could play our CD and the parent will enjoy it while the kid is learning how to spell, read, write, and all the colors. Yeah. So a lot of times I get too far to the adult side and Joy will pull me back.
Yes.
And it works. It really does.
Well, because if you stop and think about it, if you look at how many of us were introduced to different types of music. I'll use Charlie Brown specials as a intro. We were introduced to jazz. We didn't realize it at the time, but we were introduced to jazz. With a Bugs Bunny, we were introduced to classical music. Yes. So we were introduced to a lot of genres of music and didn't realize it as kids. And we want to bring that same feeling with our music to kids. It's like, you've got your 3-year-old in the back seat, in his car seat, jamming to jazz, not realizing what it is, but mom or dad or grandma may say, oh, wait, that sounds like, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, you're right, it is. We're just we want to open up and introduce different types of music like we had as kids. Right. To a whole new generation of introducing jazz, classical, salsa.
We do country music.
Yeah, just the whole genres of music that's out there.
We do a little reggae tunes,
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's so needed because, I see children dancing to sometimes music that's not appropriate for their age and for their ears. Mm-hmm. So for you to come up with some music that's not only for children, but also for the adults as well, so everybody can enjoy. Like you said, I could just imagine like a family road trip and everybody just dancing to the tunes of some of the Joyrific band music, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta change that station because this is not appropriate, or they're saying this and I don't want them to repeat this, or whatever the case. So that way it's something for everyone. That's amazing.
Exactly. Hmm.
That is amazing. So how can people purchase this great music?
We are on YouTube. Um, we actually do have where you can download our music on our website, the joyrificband.com website. They can go there and sample our songs, and they can download the music that's there. We have 8 new songs coming out, and we're very excited about that. And we have been, because of COVID, going through the process of just working through Zoom calls. And it's been a new challenge, I must say, but we really are trying to work through all of this and in time be able to go back out, because what we do is we go out and we do a 45-minute interactive show. The children actually get to come out of the audience and come on the stage with us, and they perform in the song with us. So they enjoy doing, whether it's beating the pots and pans in the scene when we're doing our song Sunny Side Up, which is about eating your breakfast. They enjoy our money song, whether I'm throwing the money in the air, the fake money. They love every minute of it, and they love taking it home with them. So it's a very exciting show that we do for children. But since COVID, we've been just going virtual with sharing some of our videos. We shared our video with the STEM program. I'm a scientist. They showcase that. They showcase Give Me One Apple, to teach kids about eating healthy fruits and vegetables. We've had to take a new twist on presenting ourselves to the world, but we are looking forward to when things get back to where we can go out to schools, daycare centers. I'm really looking forward to sharing our songs with children in hospitals, because I know even though they're sick, they would love a group like ours to come in and share some music with them, and we would welcome the idea of doing those type of things. So a lot of
Awesome.
things up and coming for Joyrific.
That is amazing. So where are these concerts normally performed, and how can parents find out where, when they can, we know after COVID, but how can parents find out about and stay in tune to know like where you are performing?
Well, we usually are invited to like YWCA's. We go there. If an organization wants to invite us, we've even done birthday parties. We've done back to school events that people have had in their communities, in the neighborhoods. So if we're invited, we will come and perform for that organization. So basically, they just need to find us on at our website, and we're also on YouTube. And there is information where people can get in touch with us. Our phone number is listed there to contact as well.
Do you
And
want to share your phone number?
yeah, it's 443-467-8103. Joyrific Band.
Awesome. And you want to share that number one more time?
It is
Sometimes
for,
people don't have a pencil and pen ready, so they're trying to get the pencil and pen.
okay.
So
It's 443-467-8103.
awesome, awesome, awesome. So because we have three guests on here tonight, I guess we're getting a little feedback. So if you're not speaking, if you can mute yourself so that we can try to eliminate some of this extra feedback that we're not used to. Awesome, thank you. So you shared that. Did you share your website, Joy?
The website is www.joyrificband.com. And that's
Okay.
JOYRIFFICBAND
You
band.com.
might want to say that one more time.
It's www.joyrificband.com.
Uh,
Joyrificband.com.
Awesome. So, is there any question that I didn't ask you all this evening that you really feel like may be important to share with our audience?
The importance of music in a child's life. Children move, they dance long before they talk. Music has that power. It's it stimulates the mind. There have been studies done with classical music with infants and toddlers, and the effects that classical music has on the mind. It's
It's therapy for some,
yes,
for some
yes, it
too.
is. Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's
it's a a coping mechanism. Thank you. I couldn't get that first word.
that it is.
It's a
That it
coping
is.
mechanism for some as well. So
Hmm.
that's so true.
Right.
That's true.
I am a very firm believer of the arts being brought back to into schools. Um, I was a music baby to say. I started playing song flute in kindergarten at 6, and it just went from that. I've been singing since since I can remember, and just my parents playing music and my dancing and my just getting into the music. It's powerful. I look at my god babies as tiny as they are, and how they love it. They love music. You put something on and they start with so it's important for parents to know, yes, play music for your babies, sing with
And
your babies. if
yes,
they're if they start to sing with them. you know if they're making up songs or lyrics, encourage them. you
Yes.
know I know it's noisy, but get a song flute. Turn them on to instruments. I went from song flute to playing the flute, which I still play. You
Yes.
know, I learned how to read simple music at 6.
wow.
So the benefits of music, the power of music, I should say, it's amazing.
And not to mention, it could be a great bonding tool for the family. I know my family, every Saturday we went bowling and then we came back, and my aunt had the speakers and everything all hooked to the TV, and we would watch Earth, Wind and Fire, Diana Ross, like all of the good Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah.
And we would sing, and we would have our own dance groups. And now, mind you, I can't sing, but I would do the best that I could do. But it was about having fun, and so that was so important. So Daryl Wharton says, as a special educator, music is the pivotal to learning. My children still remember the song I made up for them as babies. Isn't that
Yeah.
awesome?
That's awesome. That it is.
Yes.
And
And so important.
parents
So
too.
Francis Ames says, hello, everyone.
Hmm.
Hi,
Hi,
Francis.
Francis. And thanks for tuning in. My husband says, true inspiration.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
There is.
Awesome.
I'm not sure if it's on HBO. I'm doing a shameless plug here, but it's a children's program, but they use Motown music
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
to you know as they interact with different problem solvings, things like that. I can't remember what the name of the show was, but I think it's on HBO. But
I
it
think I
uses
know what you are talking about, but I can't think of the name either. And
yeah, but mhm.
that's just amazing. It's amazing. So thank you all. Thank you, Joy Riffic Band. Thank you, Judy, Joy, Mark, for coming on this evening. You guys
Thank you
have
for having us.
drop some great pearls upon people. You got their wheels thinking about how important music is now. I think that at some point, we don't think about some of the arts as being important, and that is why it's important for us to make sure that we go out and vote and tell our elected officials how important the arts are for our children, because someone who may not can speak may enjoy listening to that music and eventually be able to try to mimic the music to start to speak. Just
Yes.
different, so many different combinations that can help. Music helps our youth in so many different ways. So I'm glad that you brought that up, Judy, because it's so important for us to get that message out that music can be used as a positive tool,
That it
as a
can.
positive tool. I know for a long time. So when we were growing up, we weren't able to watch what was the jukebox.
Oh,
Do you guys remember that when the
yeah.
jukebox first came on? So, because you didn't control what somebody paid for to hear. So we couldn't watch the jukebox, but we loved music. We had a family that loved music, and like I said, we would come together on Saturdays and sing and have our little entertainment groups. So music was a very big part of, my rearing, even though I can't sing. It was a huge part, but it brought our family together, and it was so important, and we look forward to it as kids. So I can only imagine the children that you all impact with your great songs, inspirational music. That is just so amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough for doing what you are doing for our youth, because they need something to look forward to. So I know some of them can't wait to get to school to hear some of those songs, and to just sing along with it, and tap their little hands and tap their little feet and just really enjoy the music. So that is so amazing. So thank you all for coming on the show and sharing a little bit of that music. Next time we have you on, we definitely want to have a video so people can actually hear firsthand how amazing your music is. But until then, they can go to your YouTube channel and check out some of this amazing work. They can also visit your website and check out some of this amazing work. And don't just check it out. We work hard as artists to do these, put, whether it's their concert, a video, help to sow into this great work that they're doing. Leave a donation. They don't have to ask. I'm gonna just put it out there. Because that's what helps to keep them going, is to have, because guess what? In Mark's studio, he doesn't plug into free electricity. He has to pay for the electricity. They have to drive to each other's homes when they're doing it. And we don't think about those things sometimes. And when people are doing great things for our youth and they're helping to be proactive, then we have to support them.
Thank you.
So if anybody that's listening would like to support you all and make a donation, how can they do so?
They can send it to $ JOI, the number two, the word be happy. That's $JOI, the number two, the word be happy. Joy to be happy.
Awesome. Now, we're not saying that you have to, you got to rob your grandkids, or every donation, every amount, every denomination can help. So if you feel moved by what you've heard today, please, just dig in those pockets and help to support um people being proactive and positive with our youth.
Yes.
So again, thank you all for coming on the show this evening. So next week we have a great show for you all. Don't forget to visit our website at www.ewbiradio.org. You can go back and even catch this show and other shows on our website. You can become a member. How many women entrepreneurs or even women professionals that just want a organization of a sisterhood that supports one another? Joy, would you like to speak to your EWBI, since you're one of our EWBI members?
Yes, I'd like to give a shout out to all my sisters in EWBI. I would love to say hi to Nakia and Dondra and Janine, who is my awesome side partner, and she has a pillow company. called
Grateful Life
Life
Creation.
Creations, and she is designing the pillows for my See Me Beautiful and my See Me Amazing line for the boys. And I just want to thank all of the ladies, even if I didn't mention your name, Daryl, all of you. Just want to say thank you, and I'm so excited to continue working with everyone who is part of EWBI. And Nicole, big hats off to you, and big hearts to you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So I know some of you are probably like, what is EWBI? Well, I mean, Joy said a little bit, I said a little bit, but if you're looking for a sisterhood of support, supporting your business, supporting your personal life, just someone to love on, to be that accountability partner, then look no further. If you're looking for a micro grant, you know we give out a micro grant annually. So it's an amazing organization, and like I said, you can visit our website at www.ewbiradio.org. So don't forget to visit our social media pages. We are on Facebook and IG. Check us out, like the page. We if you are seeking any services or products, we do have a members directory, and our members directory will lead you to our members so that you can utilize. We have a little bit of everything from, as you can see, we have an author and a songwriter, and then we have someone who can help you, a life coach to help you lose weight. She was more than 400 pounds and was able to lose weight, and she looks and feels phenomenal now. We have, and that's Daryl Wharton. Then we have Lydia Stokes, who is, she has a hauling business. So she will come and haul whatever you have, and a moving company. So she does a little bit of everything. We have jewelry, t-shirt boutiques. We have an array of different businesses represented with EWBI. So make sure that you check that out on our members directory. Um, and make sure that you keep it locked here every Tuesday at 7 o'clock on Empower Women in Business International radio show, which is located on Elevate Your Life Talk Radio. Now we will, by next week, we will start to be, the rebroadcast will take place at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. on Saturdays. So you can catch us on Tuesdays. And if you miss us on Tuesdays, you can catch us on Alexa, Google, or on Elevate Your Life Talk Radio. So I'm going to close, and thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to close as we always do. Individually, we could do great things, but collectively, we can forever change the world by Nick Mosby. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock right here on Empowered Women in Business International Radio.